In this video, I want to break down the results of our link building outreach campaign and what's next. So if you've done these link building outreach efforts that we've been discussing in these past videos in this series, you should have something to show for it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, if this is the first video you're watching, please first check out the other videos in this series on link building outreach, how to do everything from coming up with blog content to doing your topic research, as well as finding contacts to reach out to. So check out those first if you haven't yet. At this point, we should have done our outreach campaign and been using our tracking spreadsheet, and we should have some results to show for it. It might be 10 links, it could be 4, it could be 1, but you should have some information to go on at this point. And hopefully you've been tracking all of this in your outreach tracking spreadsheet. And if you've had some interactions with your outreach contacts via email or social, you probably have some new insights as well. You probably know what's working and what's not working. What types of emails seem to get opened and read? Are you seeing particular trends related to different types of outreach that you're doing? Are the link roundups getting better results than skyscraper outreach? What are you seeing? What's been the most effective for you? You should also at this point be able to get percentages for each outreach method in terms of success. Some might have a 0% success rate. Other types might have 10 to 20%. Maybe one particular type of outreach hit really well and you got like a 30% success rate. I don't have good benchmarks for you specifically. Every industry and topic is going to be different, but you should start keeping track of these metrics and create benchmarks for yourself so that you can compare them with future campaigns. Either way, now that your campaign is done, you have a good amount of data to work with. And every blog post that you do from now on, you should promote with these outreach methods. You might also want to try new additional outreach methods. We haven't covered every single type of outreach there is in this course. We've covered a couple of main ones. There is another one that you might want to try that's called broken link building. But we might save that for a bonus video later down the road. So at this point, you should be able to improve your campaign's effectiveness over time by seeing what works and what doesn't work. And over time, you'll have tons of these sheets from the spreadsheets that you've been working on, from your different campaigns, and you'll have data about all these different types of outreach to see what's working and what's not. So take what you've learned from this campaign and apply it to the next one. Try different types of email body text, try different types of subject lines, and be mindful of the kind of contacts that you are reaching out to. What size kind of blog are you reaching out to? Are you reaching out to a huge blog and are they not getting back to you? Are you reaching out to small blogs with maybe lower domain authority and they are more likely to get in touch with you? What does that look like? And one thing that's really nice about this, the more that you do, there are going to be some contacts that you're going to be reaching out to multiple times, especially for link roundups if you are covering content specifically in one industry and the link roundups are related to that industry, as an example. So as you do more campaigns, you'll find yourself building relationships with these contacts and these blogs, and you'll probably reach out to some of them multiple times. And the next time that you reach out to them, you won't be a complete stranger. It's not going to be an unsolicited email. They're already going to have your contact in their Rolodex, in their address book. And if you provided them value last time, you're a good contact for them to have, and they'll be more likely to help you out this time. Now, if you're thinking after all of this, at the end of this campaign, wow, this was a lot of work. Well, in particular, this first time around, it definitely is. The first time we do anything, it's all a learning experience as we go. It always takes more time the first time that you're doing something because you're learning it for the first time and having to learn the outreach strategies and develop the right workflow, it takes time. But I promise you, the next time you do outreach, it's going to take you a good deal less time. I think probably my second campaign, I spent about half the time putting it all together that I had spent on the first campaign. In the first campaign, I had to come up with the emails, I had to come up with the workflow that was right for me. And in my second campaign, it was much easier to duplicate the work that I already had done in the first campaign. So next on your journey, make sure you have the right tools. If you haven't yet, and I don't know why you wouldn't have at this point if you've already completed your campaign, but download our templates at postaga.com/DL, and here you'll get outreach tracking spreadsheets as well as our email templates so you don't have to start from scratch. Also, make sure to check out these software tools for your next campaigns, hunter.io, which is what we use for finding email addresses and contact information for people at different blogs, using Ahrefs, SEMrush, and BuzzSumo as our research sources, as well as Google, a free source. You might like different tools better. I know that some people swear by Ahrefs and others are particular to SEMrush or BuzzSumo, and you might want to use several of them. It'll really depend on what your needs are. If you've watched the other videos in this series, by this point you should be a link building master. Well, maybe if not a master, at least someone experienced and knowledgeable enough about link building to be able to execute a campaign. At this point, you should know how to be able to do topic research to be able to come up with a good blog post idea of content that would be interesting to other blogs that they would want to link to. We've learned how to craft great quality content that would appeal to other blogs. We've then learned how to find contact information for people at other blogs and how to reach out to them, crafting really excellent emails that would appeal to them and make them want to link to our content. We also know a proper workflow for outreach, how often and when to reach out to these contacts, and alternatives if they're not responding to email, like social media outreach. We also learned how to track and manage our results using our tracking spreadsheets and be able to evaluate our results in the end. So what's next? Well, hopefully we've given you all the tools that you need, and you can go out there now and craft an amazing blog post, do some outreach, and get a ton of backlinks and traffic to your website. I want to see you hit it hard. Go out there, start link building. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to get in touch with us. You can find us online at postaga.com and offsprout.com. And also, if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to our channel and our videos. Check out our other videos in this series on link building and outreach if you haven't yet. And thanks for joining us.